Oy. Hey, what a journey that was. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Decks of the Four. My name is Harris, and I'll be your host with the most. Hold on, let me just make sure I did everything correctly because, I've got a track record. Ooh. Let me just make sure that, we can see, Gary because, well, that's fun. Hey, Gary, you there?
I am here. You have me muted?
No, I don't. Your camera
There
just.
we go.
No, you're fine. It's just, as things are wont to do, your camera disappeared on our stream. So that's fine. That's no big deal. We'll figure it out. We can make this happen. Oh well, it's okay. I'm gonna adjust this while we're talking. So hey everybody, welcome to Next to the Four. My name is Serge and I'm your host. We talk about things and stuff. It's been a little while since our last little foray into chit-chatting. How are you today, Gary?
Good. Just got done with a crazy week,
No
but
kidding.
finished it with some awesome dancing.
That's
Yeah.
good. Yay. We love dancing. That was a good time. I enjoyed. We had our oops. We had our students like metal ball. Oh, maybe it's gonna. No, it's not. That's fine. We had our students metal ball today, and it was a really good time. I enjoyed myself. It's always nice to. I think everybody's watching me. There we go. Discord. Nailed it. Yay, we're making it happen. Yeah, it was overall good time. It was nice seeing everybody, nice having everybody dancing, the whole 9 yards. Aside from dancing, did you do anything fun or interesting this week?
Um, Fun or interesting? Let's see. I danced. That is fun.
That is fun.
And I think I'm pretty interesting. Dancing is pretty interesting. No, not really. It was mostly just like, you know, preparing students for events and stuff
Aha,
like that.
I fixed it. There you go.
Oh,
Now everybody can see your face, Gary.
can the people see me now?
They
Hey,
can. Gary, say hello to the people.
hello, hello.
Um, yeah, I find it was a very just kind of like quiet. I say quiet, knowing that it was incredibly busy.
Oh, it was my birthday.
It was
Oh
your
yeah.
birthday. Oh my god. How quickly we forget these things. Gary, do
I
you.
know, I know. I don't. I mean, like, it's just like another day in my head, so it's just gone. And I even woke up in the morning and would like literally forgot. Walked out the door. Was like, oh, let's go. And I was like, oh wait,
Oh, wait, it's my birthday. Do you want to share with the people how old you are now?
I'm this many.
You're.
No, add a zero. Yeah.
I'm this many. That's so cute. Oh man,
um.
I remember turning that age once.
Yeah. I
What
will
a
forever
time.
miss my 20s. I'll tell you that.
Really? That's so interesting. I really do not.
My 20s were pretty rad. Like my 20s were really fun. Had some great times. Great times.
Well, that's
The
good.
best
I mean, I
times.
can't relate, but
Yeah.
I'm glad you had a good time.
Spent like most of the majority of my 20s in Vegas and then like traveling. I'm still like traveling now, but a little bit different
Yeah,
scale.
slightly different
But like
journey there.
sli- slightly different journey. But I do like that now, the how I travel less because before
A
it
lot.
was a lot, a lot.
Are
Yeah.
you now that you're in your 30s, do you have any like new life goals or things you want to do or say or about your life? That's such a broad, weird question. But you know what I mean? Like, in our 20s, we're like, I want to, take on the world. Blah, blah, blah. I want to make the world my bitch. Yada, 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 yada. Is there anything like knowing what you know now that you want to be able to do?
I would say not. I wouldn't say do. Like you just like had that phrase. You had that phrase like, oh, like your 20s is like, oh, I want to take on the world.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like my 30s right now, the way it's starting, I feel like this is like, hey, I just work here.
Hello, world. I work here.
So yeah, I just work here. Like,
Slowly being attacked by my plants again. It's happening. Yeah, truthfully, my 20s were, I don't want to say my 20s were awful. They definitely were like, it was a mixed bag. Very much a mixed bag. But my 30s so far have been awesome.
that's good.
I feel like I'm like living my best life
There
currently.
you go.
And that's all I've ever wanted was to live my best life.
There you go.
Do you have any like extended birthday plans? Or did you already like are you petered out from your birthday extravaganza?
Let's see. I mean, April. I mean, like I don't know. I celebrate every day in April. Actually, I treat myself.
Birthday month?
But it's not April anymore. So that's the thing about having a birthday late in the month is that like if it's in the middle, you can get away with celebrating it like having a 2 or 3 weeks of your
Uh-huh.
birthday. If it's in the beginning, if it's in the beginning of the month, that's like your whole birthday month. Even though like oh I had my birthday, but like the whole month is my birthday, right? When it's at the end, it's a little different because you're waiting until your birthday and it happens,
Mm-hmm,
and like
mm-hmm.
boom, it's not your birthday month anymore. It's a little different.
That's fair. I never really thought of it like that. I mean, I can't relate because my birthday's in the beginning of the month. So but I guess I do treat it as like birthday month.
Yeah, a lot. It's crazy. It's a lot of people do, and it's like a lot of people do, and then like the people who have the birthdays at the end don't really celebrate that. Like if I found don't really celebrate their birthday like that.
That's so interesting. Well, maybe it's just like I don't know. You can move your birthday to whenever you want it to be. I suppose.
I guess. I mean, just just like
Yeah.
change your birth certificate.
Yeah. Just say
Like
I'm now. I was born this time on this day. I'm gonna celebrate as such. I give you permission. So Oh, you had said something that made me want to ask. Oh yeah. What do you have any like? What is your like first and or best birthday memory?
okay, like it'd be so hmm, there's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot
That's good.
actually,
A
but
lot is
like
good.
I can't rate them. I can't rate them
You
because I'm always
can't
doing
or
something.
won't.
I can't because like I've had such great times. Like I usually like what I usually do. I usually like pick a destination and like go to that destination. And like for example, like usually I would go to New York, and I have this friend out there in New York that our birthdays are very close to each other, so we do like a joint New York outing, right? And we did that like a couple years in a row. I need to make it back out there.
You say
Dude,
like New York that it's out there as though it's not like a three and
this
a
is
half hour drive.
yeah, but like this is when I was like living in Vegas.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
when I would fly it. out to New York City, and then like yeah, so like I'm like in the mindset of like when it happened, I
Um,
guess. But
gotcha.
yes,
I was
yeah,
gonna say, I was like, you can just hop on a train and be in New York like tonight,
look, tonight
like in a
if you
couple
want to go
hours.
clubbing, like you want to go dancing in New York, like we
Yeah,
can go tonight.
we
Like
literally could go hop on a train, be in New York City by like 11:30 midnight, and like
yeah,
go dancing, and then hop on an 8 a.m. train and be back.
yeah, yeah.
I've done that before.
I know.
I mean,
I need
it
to buy
wasn't.
a train ticket then.
They're like mad expensive right now
Yeah.
for no reason, like for literally no reason. I think Kat and I were looking to take a train down to New York to do some coaching or something along those lines. I don't even remember like when we were looking to go. But she was saying like train tickets for the weekend that we were trying to get to New York City, New York Station. Um, it was like $200 or $300 for like a round trip ticket.
That's more than a plane
That's
ticket.
way more than a plane ticket.
What? At that point, like I would just walk the
Right, you might as well
10
just
minutes
walk.
to go. But I'd go walk the 10 minutes to get to the airport, hop on a plane, and
For
then like
real.
take that $70 Uber out of
Yeah,
JFK.
these guys are like really expensive right now. Maybe they're just like prices have increased, but yeesh. I remember,
Oh
like,
no.
I'm gonna say, like, I don't want to, date myself or anything, but I'm gonna say, I remember when, like, you could get a train ticket down to New York City for like $20 on Amtrak. Oh yeah, okay, never mind. I just found one. I say that. I just found one for $28. Of course, it leaves at 8 a.m. on a Thursday or 6 a.m. on a Thursday. But beggars can't be choosers.
I mean, 6 a.m. That's enough to. That's like on a Tuesday though. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Well, Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday's not bad actually.
No, you could go like $28, and then let's see, train back. Yeah, you can get another $28 ticket. So like $60 round trip
Yeah.
for a weekend. I mean, sounds good to me.
Stay at the Yotel. Have you been to the
I
Yotel?
have stayed at Yotel.
Ah, that now listen, great memories there. Like that's like my hotel of choice when I go to New York City. I always
I
stay there. Have to. It's so I don't know.
It's
I like the
interesting.
vibe. I
It's an
like the
interesting
vibe.
vibe. I don't know if Yotel I would like put Yotel as my like number one. Um I really like the Trip by
Yeah.
Wyndham. It's like down the street um from Yotel.
Yeah.
But it's
What's the
really
vibe?
really nice. It's I would say it's actually fairly similar to Yotel, only less like B-52's Love Shack,
Yeah.
right? Because that's the vibe that I get at Yotel. It's like at any
Yeah.
moment, like Rock Lobster should start playing. Whereas the Trip gives me a little bit more like um, you're gonna go to like I don't know. It's a little bit more like John Mayer, Jason Mraz, like unplugged
Yeah.
concert in the back.
Yeah. I feel you. Is it more of like a darker vibe?
Uh,
Like how about ambience?
ambiance
Ambiance.
from the
Ambiance.
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 It is. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can pull up pictures. It's pretty bright and sunny. It makes you think of like it's pretty posh. Oh, I'm gonna send you this picture.
I'm thinking ambience, like sound, because I've been edit too much music. And so I'm like,
How's
how's
the
the ambience?
ambience? How's that ambience? Message. Oh, it's gonna screw up our entire thing. There you go. Open this back up. Sorry, everyone.
Okay, it's homely. It's homely.
Yeah, it's cute. Well, I would say it's homey, not homely. Homely
That's
is
what I meant.
like, like is a word that you use when somebody's kind of like, you know, like she's handsome.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I feel that. I feel
yeah,
that.
it's nice. It's a nice hotel. I usually stay there for like Pride weekends. When I usually hang out with like all my friends down in New York City, we rent one of their suites on like the top floor that can sleep like 10 people. Um, and it has like a balcony and stuff, and so you're right in Times Square, so that's really fun. Although we all hate Times Square, like nobody goes to Times Square, nobody
Nobody
hangs
really. I
out in
don't.
Times Square, but
Uh.
it's really
I,
cool at like, 2 o'clock in the morning to be able to walk out onto your patio or
yeah.
whatever and just like look at all the lights.
There you go.
But I do like Yotel as well. I mean, it's like it's affordable, it's cute,
Because I'm usually there for like music festivals and
right?
like EDM stuff. So we're already in that like that colorful vibe, like that like eccentric type of like type of
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
you
Well,
know.
so you have it. You heard it here first, people. Check out Yotel when you're in. They're not our sponsor, but we're gonna hype them up. Oh, I have a bobby pin in my. Huh.
They're pretty. They got a pretty cool rooftop bar.
They really,
Oh,
I really
and
like that bar. Yeah, that one's really nice.
and they have this really cool thing machine that checks your luggage for you.
Oh
Not check.
yeah, that's
Like
fun. Yeah, it's like a big
stows somebody.
robot. Where it's
Yeah,
on what, Ninth,
ninth. Yeah,
West 42nd. Oh, on 10th.
yeah.
That's right. Yeah, it's cute. It's kind of cool. It's spacey. It's purple and white. Drinks are nice. Food's good.
But anyways,
Anywho, yeah. See, now
and
here I am, all like planning a trip down to New York City.
but then like San Francisco too. Oh, okay. So I did this thing where when I was traveling, where I like ramen. Well, so there's this list of all the
Hold
best
on.
ramen
Whoa,
shops.
whoa, 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 whoa. What?
Right? Like who
Gary
me like
Knox
ramen?
Dairy likes ramen. That's
So
brand new information.
I did this thing where I like looked up the list of the top like 20 ramen shops in the United States, and when I was traveling, like I made sure to stop in the shops if I was in those cities, and I was like marking them off my list. And I would have to say I had some very, very, very good ramen on my birthdays. Like very good ramen shop in San Francisco and Portland, Oregon. Like these top quality. It was great.
I don't think I think the only time I've ever really gotten like ramen was that one time we went to that ramen place in Chinatown with uh uh Spartacus.
People.
I almost said Achilles, but with Spartacus.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes, I do
That
have
was
a
good.
friend named Spartacus. And I
um,
brought up the like that I'm Spartacus joke. Um and he didn't get it. I was like, how do you not know Spartacus? But your name, anywho. We should go get ramen. Now that
yeah,
we're talking about it.
we should. There's some. There's some pretty awesome spots in Chinatown. There's some pretty awesome spots in Brookline.
Better idea. Stick with me on this one, and everybody, you can comment, let us know what we should do. But let's take a trip at some point when we're not busy. So like never. Let's go to New York. We'll stay at Yotel, and we'll do like a ramen tour.
Ah, heck yeah.
Ramen tour
Let's
of New York.
let's definitely make that happen.
Love. Sweet. All right, it's a
That's
plan. It can't be in the
yeah.
months of um can't be in May or July
Or
or the beginning of August.
March.
Well, March already happened.
Oh yeah, true.
May is tight. June could possibly make we could do something, but there's a lot going on. So it probably would have to be like August. But that's still a good time to go.
No, 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 no.
Weekend trip. Well, okay. All right. It's planned. There you go. Done. Done.
It's a thing.
It's happening. Yay. Okay, that was fun. So we were talking your birthday. We got distracted. Did you ever what did you say was your like favorite birthday, greatest birthday memory?
I don't.
Or you just said that they were all good?
They're like the good ones were all good. I've had some bad ones, but like the
Ooh,
good ones
what's a
that were
bad birthday memory? Can you share it? Do you want to share
uh
it?
no.
Do you want? Oh, okay. Do you want? Do you
No.
need? Understood.
No. No. I was like, which one? Well, I could show like I could no. No, I can't share any of
Nope.
them.
Understood. Don't ask questions, y'all. Don't ask questions. Understood.
But I'd have to say like there was this one birthday in San Francisco that was pretty dope.
See,
Pretty
I
dope.
would love to go back to San Francisco.
Yeah.
That was a fun little
But
town.
then yeah, it was great. It was great. I loved it. I loved it. Because the best thing about it was like I like to like do this thing where I like go out with a whole bunch of friends. But like this group of friends didn't know like it was with tours. It was with tours. It was like work, right? They didn't know my birthday because I don't like tell a lot of people.
Right.
Oh, if you're watching this, you privileged information.
Well, you didn't
But
actually tell anybody. You just told people that you just had a birthday. You didn't tell anybody when it was. So everything is fine.
oh yeah, 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 yeah. Because I don't like I don't know surprises.
That's a
I don't know.
lie. You lie. You are
I like
lying.
I don't like it when like I like a different type of intention. Like I like oh everybody look at me because I'm dancing. You know the birthday thing is like
Oh, understood.
awkward. It's awkward. So I don't want people to like think of like oh he they need to give me a gift or stuff like that. And if you do, that's totally fine. Thank you, grateful. You know, but it's just like I don't want people to feel that they need to do anything or
Understood.
make try to make me feel special or make the day feel special,
Mm.
you know. So I did this thing where it was actually one of my best, like really like most birthdays I've had, like funnest I had in a while. Um, it I didn't tell anybody. It was my team, and we just went through San Francisco having a blast, taking dance pictures, dancing everywhere, going to all these restaurants and stuff, and it was just dope. It was dope. I liked it. And then like at the end of the night, I was like, that was the best birthday ever. Thanks, guys. And everybody's like, you didn't tell us. I'm like, I didn't have to because like I know that it's gonna be a dope experience anyways with you guys,
Oh, that's fun.
you know. And that's all I want from my birthday is just like kicking it with people who I like being around. And
Oh,
that's my birthday present.
that's cute. Yeah, I dig that. I feel that. Well, we tried for a fun birthday experience for you. It's just, Gary, the
That's
things
fun.
that you want are expensive. Gary has expensive tastes. I will let
I
y'all know.
really do. I'm pretty sure everybody knows. But
Very
that too.
expensive. But that's okay. You like what you like. You're allowed to like things. You had just said something. Gosh, I need to keep a pencil with me because you'll say something and then I want to ask you a question and then I immediately forget the thing that you said. Here's my paper and my pen, so I'm gonna start writing notes down when you start talking. Um. Uh. Oh. What are your thoughts on people singing "Happy Birthday"?
It's I think it's awkward. I
Hate it.
think I hate it. It's the most awkward thing because it's just like I don't know. I just want to like I want to know who came up with this song. Who came up like who came up with the idea of like, hey, let's all stare at this person and sing happy birthday. I'm like now like every single time like I need to do something stupid
Yeah.
like right now like to make it less awkward, you know? Because if you just stand there like I don't you know, like what are you
Yes.
gonna do? Clap along and sing
Yeah.
along with them? Happy birthday to me, you know?
Yeah, I find it to be a little weird. One, because yeah, it's kind of like that exact thing. It's like when somebody starts singing "Happy Birthday" to you, like, yay, I appreciate the gesture, but like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, it's like what do I do with my hand
Yeah, am I like, do I just like,
or my mind or anything at all? It's just like the most like excruciating s- like section of the year like is sitting through your singing somebody singing happy birthday or if it's like one time like a lot of people it's just like oh like I get it
yeah,
but that opinion though does change depending on how much alcohol I have consumed.
yeah, I guess that makes sense. If I'm a drink in or so, maybe I'll be like, woo, I'll get really excited about singing Happy Birthday. I almost said singing Arthur Murray. Um, Yikes. I'm having
Is speaking of Arthur Murray's birthday, his birthday is in April as well.
his birthday is in April. And Arthur Murray as a company just celebrated 110 years.
110 years.
Yeah, yeah. 110.
I
110
like
whole
that.
years. What is the best gift you've received? Or like a gift that you received that like stands out to you?
Like the gift of people's time with me,
Hmm.
presence with me when they hang out. Like if you're hanging out with me on my birthday, like that's the best gift that like people have given me. Like honestly, like it's like with gifts, it's weird because like I don't necessarily like receiving gifts. I will accept gifts, right? And I'll be like, "Ooh, thank you. Oh, I like this. This is useful. I will use this. Thank you." You know, but it's just like I'm grateful for it, but it's just kind of like receiving things is kind of like weird, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But what really like is the best is when you're kicking it with me on my birthday. I like that.
Mm.
And we're just like having a great time. I value like time and like experiences over tangible items, you know?
I dig that. You are a. Do you know like the five love
Love languages?
languages?
Yes, I do.
So you're very much a quality time kind of dude.
Yes.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yes, yes, yes.
Interesting.
Yes, 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 yes.
The five love languages, just in case all of those at home who are watching, all two of you currently.
See if I can
Thank you for
cast them.
watching. Um, but the five love languages are words of affirmation, physical touch, receiving gifts, quality time, and acts of service. And they are, you know, um, I mean, they're not like set in stone, right? Like everybody kind of experiences and receives and communicates love in different ways, or like experiences all five at various times, but you'll have a predominant one. So Gary's is quality time. I think mine, well, I know for a fact mine is words of affirmation. I can say that
Mhm.
for a solid fact. Mostly because I'm so concerned with, you know, not disappointing people. Ugh. I just need to know that I'm doing okay.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep, yep, yep.
um,
Or food. You can give me food, and that's
oh,
great. I like that.
100%. Well, so receiving gifts, especially if it's food. But I
Like if
feel
it's
like I feel like that's for like everyone.
everyone, like you kind of need it to be alive. So I feel like that's like a good like gift of like, hey, like eat this sustenance, and I'm
Right.
like, thank you, sustenance.
Hooray. I mean, that's the fastest way to my heart is through my stomach. Um, what irks me? Oh, speaking of food, I'm not gonna name names or speak ill of my husband, but here we go. Um, one thing that irks me the most is especially like if actually, I think I one of my love languages is not necessarily receiving gifts, but giving gifts. Like gifting is one of the ways that I express love and affection. Um, and my husband is not a gift receiver at all. Like it makes him very uncomfortable to the point where like he can almost be kind of like cold when it comes to getting things. Like I remember one time, and when I tell you I've never been more mad at a human being. I love him to pieces, but sometimes, but it is what it be. He's really big into puzzles and stuff along those lines. And by stuff along those lines, like really big into puzzles. So for Christmas one year, I bought one year, I think it was like last year, the year before quarantine. I bought him like a puzzle board, like this giant, I don't know, like 24 by 36, maybe bigger, 30 by 40, like felted piece of wood. It has like a cover on it. It's really cute, and he does his puzzles on it. I bought him like a whole boatload of puzzles. Some were really hard, one that was like all black, and an all gold one.
I remember that. I
And
remember when you got that for him.
yeah, and he finished it in like a month. But he literally like sat on the couch and worked on it forever. Like I would for hours. When I say hours, like I'd be sitting here on my computer playing video games, whatever, quarantine. We don't have a whole lot to do. And he would wake up at like 8 o'clock in the morning, which he never does, especially if he doesn't have to work. Come out here, sit down on the couch, and work on that puzzle until, I kid you not, like 10 o'clock at night without moving. kid has patience, like the patience of, a god. But, so he's going all along with these puzzles, and he has all these boxes from all the old puzzles and things, and so he's using the boxes to sort all the puzzle pieces. And I'm like, oh, you know what would be cute? Let me just get him some like little trays or whatever to sort all the puzzle pieces, and they'll be like puzzle piece shaped because it's cute and thematic. I was trying to be cute and do a nice thing. And so they come in, and I think they're pretty cool. They're still sitting over there. But he takes them out of the box and goes, oh, I'm not going to use these, and then just puts them aside. And when I tell you, I saw red. Red. And it's not because, like, it'd be one thing if I get gifts. I receive gifts all the time that, like, I've never used.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the main difference is that in those situations, I usually use the word like, thank you, or, hey, I appreciate this gift, or whatever. So like he's just really bad. He's so bad at receiving gifts that sometimes the word thank you doesn't even like exist in his realm, and it drives me up the wall.
Yeah.
The reason why I thought of that is because I got him, we were driving back from New York, and I had to go to the bathroom, so I stopped inside to like, one of the whatever's gas stations along the road and got myself a coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. And I was like, oh, while I'm here, let me just get him something, because I'm a loving and caring spouse. That's what we do. We think of our significant other. So I get him an apple fritter. And I come back into the car, and I hand it to him, and I was like, hey, I thought of you, and I got you this apple fritter. And he was like, oh, I'm not going to eat it. And I was like, okay. Great.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you could have just said, like, oh, thank you, I'm not hungry right now. And I would have said, oh, okay, cool, no big deal. Well, it'll be here. And then he could have said, oh, well, I'm not going to eat it. Why don't you just have it? No big deal. Like, that would have been a whole different conversation. But I had to check myself because I got mad in that moment, and I was ready to drive our car off a cliff.
Yeah.
Well, and it's also, because we had just traded in the Mercedes for this hoopty.
Yeah, that too, yeah.
So I was already kind of on edge. And so that set me off, and I was ready to end it.
It's like awkward too? Christmas.
Yes. Very. Well, and it's especially like when you're buying gifts for your significant other, it can be awkward.
Yeah.
Because like, what do you get them?
Yeah.
That's really difficult, and then you have to go through the like, oh my gosh, I hope you like it kind of deal, blah blah blah. But then you have to, like, when you have to get gifts for other people who you either have never really met or like you don't know like that.
Yeah.
That's hard.
That is hard. You start digging into their life. Like, what do they like? What is it? And then try to start like matching things. Like, one of the old coworkers, I got a tie clip, And I was like, okay, like, wait, what does he wear? What does he wear? He wears ties. We wear ties. Okay, he likes the Steelers. Okay, I'm gonna get a Steelers tie clip. Okay, perfect. Okay, that's it. Like, yeah, but that takes some time.
It does, and it's an
Yeah,
investment. But what's nice is, I think, like, at the end of the day, it shows that you, one, on your end, it shows that you care. You care enough to do that kind of deep digging. But then it shows the other person that you've invested some like time and thought. Like, perfect example. So, there are a couple of instructors from some of the like Connecticut studios, who we all know who, like, everybody in this area knows who they are. They're all really, really great. And one time, I think it was at a TOC or a fall forum, one of our like training events or whatever, I happened in that moment, like that one day, to be wearing a tie bar that was a mustache. And that was it. That was all I had. It was like, regular outfit and a tie bar that was a mustache. And then I think the next day I came down and I had one that was like a pair of glasses or something. It was really cute. And I remember talking to this instructor, and he was like, "Oh, you must really like mustaches, blah 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 blah." And I was like, "Oh no, I mean like, haha, I guess, because I just never grow one, blah blah blah." And that's all I said. And so, like, it's really cute. It's a really cute gesture because now, like, every so often at like TOCs and fall forums, he and his wife, the Curse of the Dad gift, I'm telling you, will come over and say like, "Hey, we were like out and about, blah blah blah. We saw this and we thought of you." And so like this most recent fall or TOC, they came over and it was like, "Hey, we saw this and we thought of you." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cute." And so they hand me this like really cute wrapped present, and I open it up, and it's a mug that has mustaches on it, and it's some all it says was like, "The mustache doesn't make the man," or "The mustache maketh the man," or something along those lines. And I was like inside, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm never gonna use this mug ever
Yeah, ever.
because I already have like 7,000.
Yeah,
But at the same time, I was like, I had. That's one of those things where you have to just be like eternally grateful
yeah.
because at
This
least
is about it.
because like these are two random people who like we interact with maybe 2 times a year, maybe sometimes more, but usually it's twice a year.
Yeah.
And that just and so all of this to say the story with my husband and blah 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 blah, all this to say that like like
Oh,
if you're
oh my gosh. Sorry, wait.
oh, go
Best
ahead.
gift. Oh, Jim gave me this lightsaber umbrella. Oh my gosh.
Oh
And it
my
was the
god, the
crazy
lightsaber
Christmas.
umbrella.
Christmas. No, was it Christmas? Yeah, and I was like, "Yo, this is actually like the best thing ever." Like it is. I still have it. It's like literally like so cool. Like you open it and you press the button and it's a lightsaber and it's an umbrella. And you're walking at night and you're just like holding a lightsaber as an umbrella. And like it's like pretty awesome.
See, that just goes to show that like you know a one, when you get that gift, like that's it. But
Yeah. That
also
was
like people, it's always nice to see when like people invest time in others, even though they don't necessarily need to or have to. Right? I think it's such a beautiful thing. It's so nice, it's
yeah.
heartwarming. Like, do I want this mug? No. You know, because now I have
Yeah.
to cart it home with me. That's fine, whatever. But like it brought them joy in that
Yeah.
moment, that like when they saw it, they were like, "Oh my gosh, we're thinking of this one person." I think that like that's really sweet. And just give gifts to people. The universe will bring it around back to you twofold, tenfold,
Yeah.
some number of folds. Um Speaking of gifts, okay, I've got to tell you this. So, the Car Saga,
Yeah.
it continues. Like a
Pum,
lot.
pum, pum.
Like continues from the original issue, from just getting it home from New York. So, quick, synopsis of the Car Saga. So originally, I'm getting a new car because I'm working in Weymouth and in Boston. A lot of traveling, the whole 9 yards. It has been chaos. But my parents loaned me their car because we're in the process of looking for a new one and nobody has any inventory and everything's really expensive. So in the meantime, they were like, hey, we have this, like, we have a company car for their business. It's not really a company car. It's just under their company. Just like borrow this for a bit or whatever, and then we'll figure something out. So I've been borrowing it and it's been awesome. It was a Mercedes. I mean, like, you can't complain with that. It was really nice. Drove super well, heated seats, the whole nine, leather interior, DVD players in the back. I don't know why. Like, you know, your kids are grown. They don't need to watch movies in the back seat. Like, they bought truthfully, they bought this Mercedes like 6 years ago. And 6 years ago, I was 26. My sister was 22. Like, the youngest child was 20.
Why? Well, who's watching movies in the back?
Who was watching movies in the back seat? I mean, like, what, you know, like, what National Lampoon Vegas vacation are we taking? Anywho, I say that knowing full well it was me. It would have been me, 100%. Legally Blonde.
Imagine those long.
Arachnophobia, Jeepers Creepers on repeat for 12 hours, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So, anywho, borrow that car, you know, March comes around, and the plan was to, like, trade out this car with another car. So, that doesn't happen, whatever. Get the car from them, have to get it titled and registered here in Massachusetts, which turns out, according to the law of Massachusetts, you can't receive the car as a gift if it has been registered within the last 6 months. And they had registered and titled the car back in January when they bought it. So I ended up having to pay like an extra $350 in sales tax, which was cute, I suppose.
Casually.
Yeah, just casual. I fortunately happened to have that on me at that time.
I mean, like, what are you gonna do? You know,
right?
It's like, oh, okay, I guess. You know, like.
So I take care of that. I get home, or I get to upstate New York, pick up the car, we drive it back, and we go to get it inspected because it has to be inspected within 7 days of it being registered, and it's literally the 7th day. We go to this place, get it inspected. It passes the first part of the test, which I don't know what it is. It fails the second part of the test, which is the emissions test. So something, basically I'm bad for the environment, which I already knew, but here we are. So I have 60 days to get that fixed. I'm still working on that. And the guy pulls it out of the garage. He puts it into park. I get in, go to put it into drive, accidentally shift it over to the like manual transmission-y situation. I have no idea.
Yeah, the Prindle.
The Prindle, you know, like, so, but you got the Prindle, but like this one is like prind, and then like plus minus. So anyway, it's over there, and I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get it back, but it won't go back to drive. So it literally, like, the shifter is like stuck. So we're trying to figure this out. Blah 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 blah. Long story short, the car is so old that the like entire like shifter, well, I don't even know what to call it, like the well that it's in is super rusted, and when we shifted it back into drive, a piece of the car, like literal chunk of metal, had fallen out and lodged itself into the thing, making it unable to move. So that was cool. So that was another $50 that I had to pay to get that fixed. Drove it back home. You know, it's missing a door handle. It's gasoline flap cover thing doesn't close, so I have to like put a little shim in there to make it happen. All of this stuff. Something's loose because it sounds like it's about to take off at any moment, which is awesome when I'm at a stoplight and there are a lot of people around. It's very embarrassing. It's the universe trying to humble me. It's fine. I understand. I'm too big for my britches. But yesterday, Saturday morning, I have to be at work. I try to get to the studio at like 9 o'clock, so that way I've got time to like get there, get into work mode, and open up the studio. I get into the car, pull out of my garage, get it into the thing, and the car just dies. Like the little battery thing comes on, and it's like doot doot, and it goes chug chug chug, and just dies on me.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, hello. That's all I could say at that moment was just hello. And of course, you know, my like the little driveway to my garage is sloped, so I'm on the middle of this slope. There's a guy trying to pull into the driveway, and so now I'm in that moment, like, you know, at the grocery store where, like, you know, you've got the line of people behind you, but like you can't find like your credit card in your wallet or whatever, so you're panicking because you're inconveniencing them and blah blah blah. And so the guy finally like pulls around and gets into his garage, and then he comes down and he's like, is everything okay? And I'm like, my car just died, I don't know what happened, but I'm on this slope and I can't take my foot off the brake. And I forgot that I could just use the e-brake, but you know, I was also trying to figure out, okay, if my car doesn't start, how am I going to get to work? So he helps me get into the thing. I called Josh and I'm like, hey, I need you to come down here because my car's not starting. And he goes, you know, I don't have jumper cables. And I was like, okay, I didn't ask for that. I just want you to come down here because I need your emotional support. Also, I need you to steer the car while I push it so I can get it like into my parking spot and out of the way. I'm gonna like He-Man Hulk push my car. That's what I want to do at 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning. So, fortunately, as Josh is coming down, this maintenance guy comes through because he's got to do some stuff with the fire alarms in the building. And he happens to have jumper cables in his truck. And so he comes over, right as Josh comes down, jumps my car. It starts working. The whole nine. I call my parents and I'm like, yo, so this car that you gave me jacked up. Battery just died on me. Whatever. My stepdad goes, well, that's weird. And I was like, yeah, it is weird. It's very weird. Because none of the lights were on. Everything was fine. And he was like, well, it shouldn't have done that. It's like a brand new battery. And I was like, well, apparently it's not. Because it just died on me, sir. So, anywho, moral of the story is don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Because it's still a gift. Even though I had to pay for it. Because according to the state of Massachusetts, it's not a gift. But I am appreciative for the fact that I have a car. This is the worst things that I have to deal with in the first world, then I'm doing A-okay. There are literal wars happening in other countries.
Yeah.
Here I am. That's all I wanted to say. I just came on today's episode because all I wanted to do was complain. Thank you all for listening.
I'm glad I don't have car troubles anymore. I'm glad I'm rocking the
T-Life? T-Life?
T-Life. Which I'm enjoying. I don't mind. I like riding the
I really don't mind it. Although I will say the freedom of having a car, very nice.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, I'll just Uber. I Uber way too much. So
yeah.
No, I don't think it's too much. It's actually just enough. I actually got the points up on my Uber, so every now and then I get, you know, a free Uber Black.
Uber Black.
I'm gonna be using that. When we go to
rolling into Boston Dancerama in an Uber Black.
Yes. Yeah.
But on dogs though, that's 100%. Yeah, 100. I'll just do you have parking in front of your place? Oh, you know what? No, I lied. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna come pick you up from your place. We're gonna drive back to my place. We'll go to the cafe. We'll get coffee, have lunch, whatever. We'll Uber Black.
Uber while black.
We'll Uber while black. we shall be black in our Uber Black. All the way over to the Sheraton in downtown Boston. Oh, you do have parking. Marcy says you do have parking in front of your house. I was going to say I could just go and park my car there. But I have parking in front of at my place. So I'll just come pick you up. Anywho,
Yeah.
yeah, and we'll just Uber while black. I am so excited that Boston Dancerama. This is gonna sound like a phrase. That Boston Dancerama is actually in Boston this year, and like in a convenient location in Boston.
Yes. I'm very stoked about this.
Thank the Lord. And what's even better is it's around the block from my gym. Like my gym, like there's a BSC in the Prudential Center, so I can just go to the gym in the morning. Because nobody's dancing country western.
Yeah.
Nobody's dancing standard. The only day that we really have to do work is Friday.
Yeah.
So, but we have to learn a whole bunch of choreography.
Oh, we have to do that.
We have to do that.
Oh, that's the 8th.
The 8th, yes. There's a lot going on.
Why do I remember that?
Yeah. Of the things that you remember, my man's can't remember nothing. Couldn't remember what we were doing today. Couldn't remember if we needed costumes. Couldn't remember, who he was dancing with, the order of operations for anything that happened at this event, but knows that we have rehearsal on May the 8th. So that's good.
Oh, man, it's funny, too, because I read the emails, I was listening, and I was trying hard to listen to the meetings, and I'm like, okay, I have good sense, and I'm just like,
well,
I have no idea what's going on.
For what it's worth, you had a lot going on.
Yeah. And it was in a different location, and it was a lot.
Does that matter though? Because it's not like you were driving there.
No, it was just I was thrown off because it's like because the first metal ball we had was kind of like not really like it was like the pandemic metal ball.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, I guess that was your first metal ball.
So that was
right. Because you came after. Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't even really sure. Like, and people were saying these things, and I was reading them, and I'm like, I'm like, yeah, this is what's gonna happen. But in my head, it was like, dancing. We're dancing.
We're doing dancing. That's kind of how I felt today, though. Man. Although I will say, I am very impressed with my ability to learn choreography. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
I learned. I mean, granted, that tango was like 3 steps. It literally was like 3 steps.
Yeah.
We didn't do a whole lot in it, but it looked good. I was very impressed.
Do an open left box with some jazz. Do some Viennese crosses with some jazz. Do some, like
throw Ariana across the room. Stand up, send her away from me, and look angry. I mean,
walk away, walk there,
walk over there. Yeah. Send her spinning and just walk, turn around, throw my glasses off of my face, catch her. I was stressed. Okay, so let's talk about. I'm gonna let y'all know. So today's episode is a little bit longer because we were supposed to film an episode last week, but on Sunday around 6:00, I made the life choice of going to just like casually lay down in my bed to watch a video. I don't remember what I was watching. It doesn't matter because I was out. I was dead to the world. Nobody could wake me up, couldn't tell me nothing. I woke up at 1:00 in the morning, like bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and was like, hello world. Oh, it's 1:00. Okay, great. I guess I'll just lay here until about 4 a.m. So the reason why we didn't have an episode last week is because I was asleep. And Gary even texted me
Yeah.
I
I
woke
was like,
up and saw like all of the messages on my phone of you, one of you being like, "Hey, are we filming today?" And then another one from Catherine being like, "Hey, blah 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 blah, something 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 about practicing tomorrow." A couple messages from like Matt and Gage about playing Dungeons and Dragons, and I was asleep. So there you go. But you know, the body needed what it needed. Um,
hey, it is like, yeah, yeah. When you gotta sleep, you gotta sleep.
when
I
you
don't
gotta,
ever get mad when people like fall asleep.
I'm telling you.
Never. Because
But
you know why? Because I found myself in that situation a lot, actually. Like, sorry, I literally fell asleep. It's like, are you just saying that because you don't want to go or do
no,
that thing? I'm
no,
like, no,
no. I
no.
for realsies am asleep. But all that to say, tonight's episode a little bit longer, just because I feel like I owe you a little bit of time from
Yeah.
last week. I forgot how we got onto this topic. I was saying something. We were talking about dancing through our. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the stress. So y'all think you know stress? You know there are some stressful things in life, right? Work can be stressful. Um, Rush hour traffic can be stressful. Finances can be stressful. The whole nine. But I don't think you've ever experienced stress until you've knocked your glasses off of your face while you're dancing. And you can feel your glasses land near your foot where you're about to step. Like, I was in full on, like, panic mode. Like, knocked the
Yeah.
glasses off. I saw them. Granted, I saw, like, the blur of
What
them go
what move
up.
was it? What were you trying to do?
It was like the beginning of our routine. We had just I think it was actually I spun her and I was going to pick her up and we're going into a cortege and I managed to just go whoop and throw the glasses off the face. They went blop 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 blop. I did like the little like uh how do I how do I catch this situation?
Yeah.
And then they just kind of landed and I like kind of took Ariana into a corte, and then I was very like preoccupied, so I couldn't really remember what the next part was. And then we were able to like pick it back up, and there I am dancing blind now for the second half of our routine. Granted, it was only a minute, but it was the longest minute of my life. And then I was just like, okay, do this, do this, do this, throw her, walk off, and just hope that somebody picked up my glasses and then one of our students walked them over to me afterwards and I was so grateful, but I was stressed
Yeah.
because like I'm blind. I'm not blind, that's a lie, there are actual blind people in this world, but I can't see good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I had to drive people home. I mean, granted, I could have let somebody else drive, but like
But your glasses,
but my glasses.
jinkies.
Well, I'm saying. I mean, that is not to say that I don't have other pairs of glasses like all over my house, which I definitely do. Do I know where they are currently? No. Should I get on that? Yeah, probably. But
Is
it's
that why you just keep on getting new glasses? It's like you just lose the pair?
I don't know.
Is that it's because that's something that I would do if I had glasses.
Maybe you
And
keep losing
technically,
my glasses, Gary. I don't know.
maybe. But no, I had like I not have like slight astigmatism, so I
Hmm.
technically kind of should be wearing glasses. But I don't because um I just would lose them all the time.
I have
All the time.
I have two pairs of glasses that are like uh that I wear. I have these ones and then another pair. I have a kind of like a backup pair over there. Um, but the frame is like broken, sorta.
Mhm. Are
Um,
those the ones, the square, the thicker frames, the like they're like burgundy almost,
Oh,
no,
the red
reddish.
ones?
What
Yeah.
the red
I
ones? Just the red
really
ones, right?
liked those,
I like those too. Yeah.
but I haven't been able to fix the frame. And then I have a pair of like black, like chunky ones that are
I love
floating
those.
around somewhere in my apartment. I know they are here. I haven't worn them in like a solid like year and a half because I just have not been able to find them.
Those are the ones that do they have more of an oval shape or circular? What type? What's the
Um,
frame like? Circular?
they're like, like square, chunky
The big
squares.
this okay, the square
Yeah.
ones. Okay.
And then I have a pair of like
Yeah.
green and yellow tortoiseshell ones, but the arm broke on it, so I'm gonna get that fixed. And then I had a pair of like circular clear ones that were really cool, but then the frames just like snapped.
I like those.
I think those were my favorites. Those were really cool.
Those were Disney. Was it clear? I thought it was like some type of like not
They were like
reflective.
they were like
Like
gray on the bottom, but then clear on the
yes,
top. Yeah, those were really neat.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Those were real
I'm
fun.
sitting here asking you about your glasses, but I know every single one that you wear.
I know. It's nice having the option. The options
Talk
are
to me
always
about your
nice. Well, because
glasses.
like it's like fashion. You should be able to change it
I
up
like
every so often.
yes, yes.
But yeah, I was stressing this afternoon, like wicked stress. But
Did you try the appetizers? Oh my gosh,
let's get into
so
it.
good.
Okay, so let's talk about grape jelly. Let's talk about grape jelly meatballs for a quick second.
Oh my gosh,
Let's talk about it.
they were so good.
So,
I was like,
I'm just gonna find a recipe for these. I think just they're like Welch's grape jelly. Oh, see, Google has been listening to me because all I typed in was grape jelly and then grape jelly meatballs popped up.
funny how that.
So good. Hold on, let me. I'm just gonna all recipes. Here we go. Grape jelly meatballs. You need 1 jar of grape jelly, 2 bottles of tomato-based chili sauce, 1 pinch of cayenne, 1 pound or 1 bag of frozen cocktail-sized meatballs. Put all of that stuff into a saucepan, cook it 5 to 10 minutes. Put the meatballs in a slow cooker and top it with that grape jelly and let that bad boy cook for 3 to 4 hours. I am telling you, bananas.
Yep, that was
Bananas.
that was great. It was good. Some good snacks. The salsa was great.
The salsa was really good.
Yeah.
You weren't able to eat it, I'm hoping, but the pimento cheese was quite. Hold on, I'm
I
putting
didn't have
the grape jelly meatballs. The link is going to be in the description. So
I
check it out
can't
there.
have that.
No,
But
you
I
cannot.
started something.
That
I
is
started
correct.
something. I started getting lactate pills. So we'll see
Oh,
how
you
those work.
just
I haven't been,
started, or
yeah.
oh, that's
Because I
good.
mean, like, no, not just started. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like. I like. It's hard for me to like remember to take them if I have them anyway. So I ended up just giving up and then like I've tried to avoid cheese. You know how it is, and then like not end up avoiding cheese because if you know somebody who's lactose intolerant, you already know. Um, but I'm gonna try it.
Because if you're lactose intolerant, you already know. Yeah, I respect that. I dig. I feel that. I feel
But I'm
that.
gonna try it. See if that works. See if I can not necessarily cheese, but dairy products. You know.
Yeah, I feel like that would be. I mean, as much as I give you crap for, eating cheese and dairy, despite your intolerance of lactose, um, I feel like I would run into similar issues, like knowing about cheese as I do.
It's really good. Like what? It's like really good. Cheese is so good. And there's different types of cheese, right? With different flavor profiles.
Yeah.
Like
Was it you that I was talking to today about the woman at the gym who's confused, thought I looked like Bad Bunny? On a
Yes.
completely unrelated note, left field. I was just sitting forward, so I was just leaning forward here, looking at the camera, and I was like, I guess if I look like this,
Like you look like that. Yeah, wait, put your
mm,
shoulders down. You have to put your shoulders down and not like slight turn your head to like the left.
my left
No,
or
yeah, like no, your left. Your left. No, too much. Yeah, maybe like something like that,
okay,
maybe, but like I don't no, no,
no,
no.
not in the slightest. Hold on, let me pull up. We'll get Bad Bunny. Hold up. Yeah, I don't really see it. I mean, aside from the fact that I am like ethnically ambiguous, I think that's about it. Like, the only thing that could make us possibly look similar.
Yeah, like I don't know. Show the people.
I'll use this picture because I think if I were to have a picture that made me look like Bad Bunny, it might be this one. I don't see it, but I don't know a lot. Hold on. Stealing a picture from Teen Vogue. Thanks, Teen Vogue. Oh, fine. Hold on. Let me do this. See if I can put like a side by side of me and Bad Bunny. I think I can do this.
Let's do that. I want to see it.
I think we're gonna make it happen. Add a little picture to this image. Add image. Add browse. Bunny. And I'm gonna just put myself. Hold on. I think mm,
Maybe. You
maybe
haven't second thought.
maybe. Hold up, y'all. This is kind of wild.
Let me see it.
Hold on. Maybe. See. Um, flip this guy. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is wild. Flip horizontal. I
I'm
think.
really trying to see this. I'm really trying to see this. Did you pick something that's like the same? You're like looking the same way. Hold on. You should use this picture. Let me send you a picture. Use your
Uh,
picture that I took of you in DC.
y'all. I kinda not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Your boy's kind of looking like Bunny.
Okay, I can't. Okay, all right. Okay, you're okay.
Am I right, though? I mean, we have a very
Um,
different complexion.
yeah, and the shape is yours is more like your head is more narrow. His more is more circular. I like your headband.
Oh, thank
Your
you.
your facial
Oh,
features.
you like my face? Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I think this
So
picture,
I
if
got
we were
those. I
going
got those.
by just this picture alone, then yes.
Yeah,
If
I
we
got
were
those
to
cards.
look at literally any other photo, then I don't think so. At all.
Maybe if you like made your eyebrows more narrow, like you have to look like do the face, do the face. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if you, I don't know. Okay, after a minute, it's kind of similar.
It
It
is
kind of.
very similar. It's kind of
I mean, like,
weird. It's
maybe like
kind
from a
of
distance.
weird.
Like if I like back up, hold on.
Yeah, if I squint, then sorta.
That's crazy. Well, I mean, I usually get the whole the whole Gary Coleman. I'm like, I now I used
Oh,
to a long time ago when he was
hold on.
younger.
Pause. No, sir.
Yeah, and I was like, you're just saying that. Stop. But now he's like older, and I'm like, I don't look nothing
Like
like
a
him.
young Gary Coleman?
Yeah.
Um,
With when I'm like fully shaved and bloated, maybe I don't
when
know.
I'm, when I'm fully shaved and bloated. Hmm. Well, let's take a look. Let's
Oh
see.
man.
Um, hold on. See, this is a fun little experiment that we've got going on now. Let me just see something here. Trade that out for a one Mr. Gary Coleman.
Do you ever feel some type of way when people like be like, "Oh, you look like this person"?
Like, I'm fairly certain I don't, but that's fine if you think
Same.
that.
Me too. I'm like, no, I'm the only one who
When
looks
he's
like
fully shaved and standing next to a grill, so it's so funny that you say that, Marcy, because the exact photo that I was just looking at, um, is the photo of Gary Coleman standing next to a grill. So I'm gonna try to pull this up so that everybody can see, because the people deserve to see. Aha, yes.
I mean, I am kind of a grill bastard.
I mean, you're definitely something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that you certainly do resemble a one Mr. Gary Coleman. Nothing out of disrespect to you.
Yeah.
Can you give him the line? Can you give us a your best? What you talking about, Willis?
No.
No,
I'm
please.
I'm really, really, really bad at impressions, actually. Really bad. That's something. That's when I was like, man, if I'd be a comedian, it'd be fun to be like somebody do impressions. And I tried and failed horribly at that, so I vow never to do impressions of people. Or
Can you do
only
me a
movements. Like I can mock people's movements very, very well.
can you do me a favor? Can you pretend that there is a grill on your, let's say, on your right, and I want you to kind of like lean up against it and just smile at the camera.
I gotta get the head right. Hold
Yeah,
on.
yeah. You look nothing like him. Well, you tried. You tried. You
No,
tried.
no.
Well, so that was fun. I'm glad that we got that experience. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you were like fully
Just the,
shaved, if you
I
were
think it's
like,
just the.
yeah, I mean, I guess not all black people look alike. God, but for what it's worth, I could kind of see it like if you were a kid, like when you were younger,
When I was
in your
yeah, when I was
youth, as it were, um, that you certainly could have looked like a one Mr. Gary Coleman.
it could have maybe. Once upon a time.
But
I'm like when they hit me with that, I'm like, oh yes, yes.
but I'm glad that you don't look like Gary Coleman. So
I don't.
that's good.
I don't really think you look like Bad Bunny.
I
Bad.
don't really think I look like him all that much either. I mean, like, I appreciate
I see.
the
I can see how somebody can see the resemblance,
yeah,
but to go as far as to say you look
look
like
like Bad
somebody,
Bunny. Right.
uh,
Like if I looked like anybody, I think I probably look more like um somebody told me that I looked like Zachary Quinto.
oh my gosh.
And I was like, where?
No, I feel
And
like
or how?
if if I feel like if I could choose you, I don't know if it said it to. Okay, my favorite description of you. I don't know if you were
Oh
there or if it
God.
was
Here we go.
somebody like if it was like a if you weren't there, somebody we were talking about you. And don't worry, it was all
Oh good.
bad. And no, and then we were describing you, and it was just like, yeah, like he just resembles just like a what was it? What was it? Oh, like he's like I believe the term was build like a Greek god.
Oh, I'll take that. We'll take
Yeah,
Greek God any day of the week.
yeah. And I was like, yeah, yeah, definitely.
Well, you heard it here first, everyone. I am a Greek god. So. Okay, so I think I don't want to say we've overstayed our welcome because it's our show, so we can do whatever we want. But I think we're at the end of our episode today.
Peace.
Unbelievable. But if you haven't already checked out our various social media stuff, you can check out. You can check me out. I'm all over the place on Twitch, where we are right now, and on Facebook and YouTube. Twitch.tv/xxheyjxx. I might change my handle. I don't know. You can also check us out on Twitch at next to the floor. That is NEXT2 number 2 the floor. Also check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/next to the floor, and on YouTube, youtube.com/next to the floor. You can check out Gary on Instagrams at his Instagram, which is good_guy_Gary.
I'm about to change it to old guy Gary.
Oh well, I mean, now that you're 30, you gotta be careful now. Like your body is gonna start rejecting you very quickly.
Oh, I know. It's crazy. There was a part like that, like the end of my 20s. I was just like realizing I used to live really like real recklessly in my early 20s, and I don't anymore because I'm like I'm just trying to sit down.
Uh,
Like I just want like it's like I'm like sometimes if I run or like walk a funny way, I'm just like, ah, man, dang it, I shouldn't have walked like that. Darn.
Uh, just wait. Just
Yeah.
you wait.
Looking to the side, and I'm just like, oh, wait, sorry. Yeah, I forgot. Shouldn't look right. Like,
Oh my
my bad
god,
for doing that.
my sciatica. Let me tell you about it. Um, Anywho, check us out on all of our social media. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon, patreon.com/next to the floor. Help us out down there. Or you can subscribe to our Twitch channel and, you know, subscribe. Yeah, just click that like, smash that like button, hit subscribe, turn on notifications every time we go live for things and stuff.
Ring that bell icon.
Ring that bell icon, as the kids say. I think next time we're gonna do a little bit of gardening. We might do a little bit of cooking. I don't know. And now
We
that
should do like a game. We should do a game night.
we should, one of these days, you know, we've got to. Once I clean my apartment fully, we should just film this over at my place, and we can do like a cooking show.
Oh, I'd love to do that.
That'd be fun. We could cook.
You can look at my how I cook things and be very displeased at my order of operations.
I could never be disappointed.
No,
Well,
this
actually,
comes
that's a
out good.
lie. That is a bold-faced lie.
You're like, why are you doing it like that?
Yeah.
Like, cause I like using my finger instead of a stirring thing. It's
Oh,
much easier.
absolutely
I'm
not.
kidding. I'm kidding. It's a joke. A joke. I'm more of the person who just uses the wrong things for the wrong reasons, and I know it. Like, yeah, but this was closer, and I'm reaching for it. Like, it's here. I'm gonna use this to cut instead of that knife that I prepared because
Well, that's just silly. But y'all, thank you so much for watching and hanging out with us and listening to me complain and Gary tell stories and things along those lines. Remember, y'all, it costs $0 to be a good person. Make love, not war. Respect the number. Check out Bjorn's company, therockdance.com. He's killing the game.
yes. They're doing big things over there, killing the game. Like literally blowing up in the Boston scene. Yes.
It's really
Check that
fun.
out.
Check them out. And have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, afternoon, night, wherever you are. Wherever it may be. Just enjoy it. We'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Maybe I'll just put this picture of Gary Coleman here.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like the people need to see more Gary Coleman. More Gary Coleman.
That's
more
funny.
Gary Coleman. From different
Yeah,
states.
sorry. Wait, is it muted? Are we muted?
No, we're still going.
Oh, okay.
What you talk
Bye.
about, Willis?
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Oh, y'all still here?
Oh, you're still here. Our ending screen is now just Gary Coleman.
Smash the like for Gary.
Smash the like button for more Gary Coleman. This is now a Gary Coleman Stan account. The stream may be ending.
It's somebody joining last second in the stream. Like, oh, they must have talked about Garrett Coleman and how he influenced, and then there's also a political climate of, the grill industry. Like, no, he looks like...
he's leaning on a stool, not a grill.
Oh, yeah. Goodbye now.
Goodbye. It's kind of like, that Windows display, or like when you're watching a movie.
I'm literally watching it and I'm trying to make it like hit the corner.
Like where it bounces around.
Yeah, do you ever watch that and like watch for like one time I just like watch for hours, and I'm like trying to watch for it to hit the corner, and it like never does. And when it does, it's like, okay, I can go to bed now. Does that ever happen to you?
Not really.
So you're telling me you don't sit there and watch that icon bounce around? Is that like only me thing? I wonder if other people do that.
Stream ends when it hits the corner.
Oh, I'm doing it again. I'm like staring at it, and it's like, wait, when is it gonna hit the corner?
There we go. It will just snap to the corner. All right. Gary's in the corner.
Oh! Yeah. I had a podcast idea when I was like 17 to do. And the podcast didn't even really exist. Did they exist when I was 17? But anyways, it was going to be named Gary's Corner. No, it was a talk show. I was going to have a talk show. Right, it was basically a podcast, but in like IRL. You know. But it was going to be called Gary's Corner. But not like Gary's, Gary Coleman, but like me, Gary. Because I definitely don't look like Gary Coleman. Goodbye, y'all.